abundance. It's Brother Polight, and we here for another installment to really talk about the tricks and the traps. Let's look at the word mortgage. Mortgage means pledge or agreement till you die. Mort as in mortuary, right? So mort means death, and gage is a pledge or agreement. So that's a pledge or agreement till you die. Makes perfect sense because the lifetime expectancy in our community is for the age 72. We're supposed to die around the age 72. Most people won't become homeowners until around the age 30, 35 years old. They get serious or they start buckling down and they get themselves a home. So by the time you're age 35, you get yourself a home, you get yourself a 30-year fixed rate mortgage. So when you get yourself a 30-year fixed rate mortgage, what happens? Once you get a 30-year fixed rate mortgage, you'll be about 65 years old when you fulfill that particular debt obligation. And it's pretty much a debt obligation until you die, a pledge or agreement until you die. And so words are our GPS to reality. We could speak ideas, our greatest conceptions into existence. Also, the words that we use can pose as a detriment to our reality, or they're signifiers for what a person's intention is. So we know a mortgage is a pledge or agreement till you die. They've been giving us mortgages, right? Mortgage. Then you have it where the mortgages are hypothecated. Now, what is a hypothecation? A mortgage hypothecation. That's when you use that asset as collateral, right? And you're using the asset, which would be the house, as collateral, and the lender holds the title. Let's think about that. Let's think about that. Use the asset as a title, and the lender, right, holds on. You use that asset, pardon me, as collateral, and the lender gets to hold on to the title. That's interesting because you're accepting a loan that you don't really receive. You don't get the monies in your possession to misappropriate or to pay out. You receive a loan that you never have access to, right? And the collateral is the very asset that you received the loan for. Maybe you don't hear the fraud. So we're gonna go over this again. Okay? All of this is taking place to back the loan. We're gonna do this again. We're gonna do this again. I'm on 2 different phones, Facebook and IG. Let's do this again. Mortgage means pledge or agreement till you die. Because by the time you pay a 30-year fixed rate mortgage and by the time you purchase the home, you have a few more years left in your life before you'll die, and that house will no longer be occupied by you. You would have spent most of your life paying for the debt obligation. So it's a pledge or agreement till you die. That's what the mortgage is. The intention behind the mortgage is to keep you in debt for the rest of your life. That's going to happen to most people. Okay? Now, you have the mortgage that is hypothecated, right? Which is the means to which end where they use the asset as collateral so you can manage the loan, and the lenders are going to do what? Keep the title. So they're giving you the opportunity to have the asset as collateral for the loan that you really never received. And what they'll do is keep the title, which means you never really own the house. You own the house under what's called a conditional interest. This is fraud. I'm going to let you have something, but I'm not going to let you really have proof that you own it. And I'm going to let you have something, and you can use that which I give you. I'm going to use that which I give you as collateral. Typically, collateral is, if I was to collateralize an agreement such as this one, legally, there should be an asset for an asset, right? Or there should be a repossession of something outside of the immediate asset. But in this particular working model, there's not a house for a house. The house is the asset. I don't know if people walk with me. They hypothecate mortgages by collateralizing the very asset that you are looking to acquire. The very asset that you believe you purchased is collateralized. And you never get the title because the asset that you think you own is the collateral. And that's why when you get the deed to the property, it might be a warranty deed or it might be a tenancy deed. Like you're a tenant of your own household. Like you're just paying rent. And that's basically what mortgage is you paying rent, right? So they hypothecate the mortgage. And when we go into the etymology of the word hypothecate, it takes you into the word hole. Because when you're in debt, you feel like you're in a hole. But when you're burying somebody, you create a hole, right? Because remember, mortgage is a pledge or agreement till you die. And when someone dies, we tend to dig holes for that person to put them in. So now we know hypothecation is a hole accumulated by way of debt. And the debt is meant to be paid until you die. Think about it. So death, hole. And then eventually you can't handle the agreement and you get foreclosed upon. And then when you look at the word foreclosure, etymologically, when we go deep into its meaning, we'll see that it means to cast away spirit. So when a person dies and we dig that hole up for them to bury them in, it's presumed that their spirit has left their body. Your life force, you put all your life savings into purchasing this property. Most times and less, presumably, this is what people do. They do everything in their power to maintain their house and then put nice things in it, furnishings in their house. And then when they lose their house, they lose their spirit because their life savings have been invested into that property. So we can see the intention behind the words is what I'm talking about. We can look at the intention. Look at the intention behind these words. Mortgage, pledge or agreement till you die. Hypothecate, mortgage hypothecation. To dig a hole. And foreclosure, to cast away a spirit. Maybe death, burial, and spirits being casted. This is all necromancy disguised as real estate. Are you walking with me? I'll say it again. This is all necromancy, right? The practice, the religion of death, right? This is all necromancy described, right? Or disguised, I should say. Necromancy disguised as real estate. The intention is to plague you. The intention is to make sure you have nothing left to offer. The intention is to spread you so thin, pause, that you don't have the capabilities to make investments outside of the only asset that you purportedly have, because technically you don't even have that, because you don't have the title, because your asset is collateralized until you fulfill the loan. So the lender keeps the title. And guess what? When they look to foreclose upon you, how do we slow down or stop foreclosures often? Well, my company normally, at the very least, buys you years of time by just asking for the original holder in due course. Because we know that the original agreement has been solicited because you purchased that property under a conditional interest. This is extremely important information because all of us should be aspiring homeowners, technically, right? And I say that because the housing scheme is just that. It's a scam. So I wouldn't really suggest people purchase properties in the conventional manner unless they really had a sizable amount of income. And even then, I would still question the way they approach purchasing properties. I would always say purchase something based on its past due delinquency. Foreclosed homes. I would say purchase a tax deed. I would say purchase a tax lien. And if nobody redeems, then get the property for the amount equal due based on delinquency, not the amount equal to its fair market value or assessed value. Because it's a scheme. It's a form of entrapment. And if you can't break out of it, then you wind up doing a short sale, selling the property for little to no profit to avoid going through bankruptcy, which should stay on your credit for about 7 years, unless you have Brother Polight to help you come out of bankruptcy. These are the issues that we're facing today. Stuff like this. And imagine this, making an error in judgment as far as investing in an asset only for you to have to be penalized for 7 years forward. Imagine that. This is why my mentorship is so very important. So you don't make these errors. And if you had made these errors, if you found yourself making these errors, we can help dig you out of that hole. That's where you go to brotherpolight 45 at gmail.com. Leave your full name and phone number when you're ready. When you're ready. Okay? When you're ready. Only when you're ready. Okay? Thank you for the fit cap, love. So here's the issue. Okay, you're gonna go to Brother Polight 45 at gmail.com. You're gonna leave your full name and phone number when you're ready to purchase our program for $2,000. We're going to remove negative items off your report. We're going to add positive items to your report. We're going to boost your credit scores, and then we're going to leverage those results so you can meet the criteria for our goal to get you anywhere between 50 grand to 300 grand that you don't have to pay back. We're also going to help you get way better credit cards, $50,000 and upward limits, making sure that you don't have late fees on your credit cards, making sure that you could turn off the credit reporting of your credit card. These are great opportunities because now your credit card becomes an investment vehicle. Because if you could turn off credit reporting and if you don't get late fees, then you have more of a means to invest with a clear conscience. You walking with me? And so not only are we boosting your credit scores, we're giving you opportunities to also get funding, 6 figures worth. You get a caseworker that'll deal with your credit needs exclusively and immediately, right? And then you'll also have what? Me at your disposal as your mentor. Whereby I give you a plethora of knowledge, where you have a wide range of ideas how you may want to invest the money and grow it into a large amount. Then you'll have the website where you can track your results. You can see the deleted items as we remove them and the positive items as we add them. And then you can also add notifications to your phone. That's right. You can add notifications to your phone. So you get a caseworker, you get a mentor, you get to add notifications to your phone. You get a website where you can track your results. Nobody's doing that. And you also can communicate with admin by way of the website where you can contact your caseworker or your mentor. Nobody's doing that. And how dare someone talk to you about credit funding? Or how dare someone talk to you about credit repair and never talk to you about funding, because they run simultaneously? What's the purpose of having good credit if you can't get funding? If you don't got a business, we'll help create one for you so you can get funding for your business. And if you do have a business, we most likely have to teach you how to get funding for your business, because many of you have businesses and never had funding, which is extremely weird. Extremely weird. So you work in jobs, but you have a business. And you're funding your business through the job that you have instead of your business being funded. So again, you're spreading yourself thin. And this is all because of a lack of education, because these things are not taught in the public school system, unfortunately. Now, you know what we do in our program. We don't deal with no gossip. We don't deal with no rumors. We don't talk about other people's business. We don't speculate about other people's business. We get straight down to business. We encourage you to erect your business. We encourage you to sustain your business and take it to a higher level. That's what we do here. So again, you go to brotherpolight 45 at gmail.com. You leave your full name and phone number when you're ready to purchase our $2,000 program that gives you access to anywhere between 50 grand and 300 grand that you don't have to pay back. That's our goal. And to also make sure you get a mentor, which is myself, to prepare you for the monies that will be coming in. So you have a wide range of ideas how you may want to invest those monies, which I'm going to do a live stream and break down the many sciences that you can employ to do what? The many sciences that you can employ to erect a business with a limited amount of funds. But in this particular case, you won't have a limited amount of funds, but I want you to limit the amount of funds you extract out of the monies that you get. Okay? That's what I want you guys to do. That's what I want you to do. Okay? Would I consider doing a podcast? I think about podcasts, but I don't like the time and energy I'm gonna have to. I don't want it to feel like a job. You know, these live streams take a lot out of me in itself. I don't want to. I'm not really interested in interviewing people. I think this is just my route. These live streams. I'm not really interested in. I'm kind of introverted and extroverted. I'm both. I'm an introvert and I'm an extrovert. A lot of times I'm just not interested in people in general. I'm not entertained. I'm not easily impressed. I do a lot of thinking, and therefore I disagree with a lot of people's perspectives. However, it doesn't mean that there isn't multiple ways to achieve the same goals or similar goals. So, you know, it's just so time consuming. You know, the way I look at the podcast work, because I don't even really watch podcasts too much. The way I look at it, I'm like, that, the way I would approach it would probably require too much of me. But I think I would be extremely successful at the podcast world. Well, I wouldn't say think like I'm indecisive. I know I would be extremely successful because anything that I endeavor to do has worked out within the past 10 years. But, you know, I don't know. I'd rather be interviewed and people deal with all those other things. So I still think about it. I play with the idea, but I don't know. I play with the idea. Okay. Yeah, it's just so time consuming, man. When you make, you see, a lot of people, it's my belief that the booming podcast industry has created viable opportunities for people who weren't making that much money. And the podcast industry was a great transition from other industries that people were part of. And they used their celebrity or their fan base and was able to leverage that to create their engagement. And I think that's powerful. But me, I've been lecturing for years. I've been doing debates for years. And then doing these live streams and mentoring and doing consultations. So I'm talked out a lot of times. You know, I've achieved enough success where when given the opportunity to just spend time with my children, travel the world, hang out with my women, play with my toys, my cars and stuff like that, things that I'm interested in, that people say, man, why don't you do this and why don't you do that with your money? I'm doing what I want to do with my money. I worked hard. I got to this point. I'm doing what I want to do at this particular point. I don't want to feel obligated to anything in particular. You know, I worked really hard to just get to where I got to go. Word. Real talk. But I be wanting to do the podcast thing, but I ain't wrap my mind around it, you know. I just don't want to feel like I'm letting people down if I don't show up with as much as episodes as they want. And then again, I don't want to talk about other people's business. I don't think that's what podcasts are exclusive to. But I think that it looks like that's kind of like how it works. Like, interview people and ask them about things. And sometimes that bleeds into asking them about other people. And then your relationships with people become a bit askew because now if somebody, even if I say the words and the opinions of the guests on my show don't necessarily reflect views of my very own, who's going to still separate me from that? That's a friend of mine. If somebody else is interviewed by me and then they say or give disparaging remarks about another person, I don't want to be part of that energy, man. I just want to drop science and get to work And I'm sure there's a way to really limit that type of energy. And a lot of that responsibility is on the interviewer, granted. But, you know, like I said, sometimes I'm introverted and I don't even like people. I'm extremely disappointed in people on a day-to-day basis. And sometimes I just don't want nothing to do with people. I don't even want to engage people. If people that really know me know, I'll take myself to the movies. I'll take myself out to dinner. I'll train. You know, I go out by myself, do my Krav Maga, do my boxing, do my calisthenics. I have full days just by myself. And then other times I'll go outside and I'm with like a group of 50 freaking people going to the club. Like I just switch from one to the other, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes I'm in that mood. So I'm saying all that to say that I might be in a podcast space where I'm going hard for like a whole month. And then I don't want to deal with nobody for like 3 months right after. And I don't want to do that because I don't like to be inconsistent. Yeah, so maybe that's not my thing. You said I'm looking too deep into it. Maybe I am. Maybe I am. You know, I'm thinking about it. I'm always up for ideas. Yeah, but maybe that's the evolution of the lecture world. You know what I'm saying? It might be the evolution. Yeah, you know, and you guys, you say you want the old brother polite, and I hear that, and I feel that. You want the old brother polite, right? But you know, when they come after you, then you never believe it's really a governmental plot. And a lot of us aren't educated enough. I got something coming out that's going to show and prove that there's a government plot, right? And you guys just got to understand, by the time a brother breaks down, the government is after me and this, that, and the third, what could have been done wouldn't have been done because we are not moving as a cohesive unit as a people. So a lot of you brothers and sisters got to understand that when I move a certain way, it's for my own protection. If my activities look a little too niggerish for you sometimes, it's because it probably is. Stop, baby. That's because it probably is. I'm doing it on purpose for a reason. I'm moving like that on purpose. You feel what I'm saying? Because no one's going to take care of my family after they kill me, after they lock me up. Like, who's going to take care of my family? You know, the second you start saying, hey, please, can you guys help me out? They're going to say, yeah, they'll rather make fun of you for being poor and your family not having resources before they say, man, this brother contributed and dedicated so much of his time to his community. The least we could do is make sure of his family needs. Not only do they have, but they have beyond measure, because then other people will say, well, how much is that person supposed to get? Like the person that put themselves out on Front Street, the person who had snipers on buildings, pointing their guns at me to intimidate me while I'm on C-SPAN, while I'm on CNN, while I'm on Fox 5, you know, while I get millions of views on the Breakfast Club or Vlad TV or any of these other places, not for speaking about negative people, not for gossiping, but for breaking down the medical industry, for breaking down actual history that they won't teach in schools, for breaking down socio-political sciences that we wasn't cognizant of, and how that reformation in thought is the fuel and the motivation, the springboard for a lot of people to change their thought process and do better in their immediate household, their communities, and abroad. Once they come for you, right, the people generally go with the first thing that they hear. And then when everything gets dispelled and you find out, oh shit, all of that was a lie anyway, the damage has already been done and our people already fell for the flu flam. They're already disagreeing amongst each other. Is it real? Is it not? And all the while, they accomplish their goals. So you got to understand, I just have to do it a little differently because people are still upset about my political debates. They're still upset about my religious debates. I had a great impact. They wouldn't be that upset if I wasn't impactful. But these things hit millions of views. And if it hits millions of views, there's so many different platforms and places for people to stream and extract excerpts and put YouTube shorts and all these other stories and Facebook and Twitter and threads. And like, I'm all over the place, man. I got pages, and I don't even got pages on most of these platforms. And I got pages that's booming with my name on it. And it's not even me. And I got people who, when they need to get some views, whether it's good or bad, they put me up there on their page and they get their views. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, when they come for you, they come for you, man. You just got to deal with the consequence. You feel me? When they come for you, they come for you. And they always come in such a way that it's always a question like, nah, you know, people will be, you know, this is a country that illegally experimented on black people. This is a country that manipulated the DNA of black people onto this very day. This is a country that castrated black people, like ripped out our scrotum, ripped out our nuts, double castrated us at times, you know, made us into eunuchs, like cut off our penis, right? This is a country who the white males raped the black males. They had sex plantations where the white males would sexually brutalize the black male slaves. It's called breaking the buck. And even calling that dollar a buck was because sometimes, you know, us being referred to as bucks, slave master, they'd be like, you know, that right there is worth $2, making a reference to us in terms of value, monetary aspect. So this is a country where the term honky was birthed because the white man will pull up to the household of a black woman who couldn't afford to sustain herself and her children, and he will honk the horn, and she will come out and exchange sexual favor for a few coins, do something strange for some change, go back to her young and have something to help with the upkeep of the household. Because more than likely they brutalize the black man to the point he's handicapped or dead, absent of the household. So the honky will come and she would prostitute herself. And so that perpetuates itself in the music and entertainment industry, where people continue to prostitute themselves just out of force of habit. And the subtle transition from one cultural paradigm into another. But at the end of the day, this beast is more subtle than any other beast in the field. You feel me? And so what happens is they're so slick, they're so conniving, they're so good at what they do, that when you guys say, hey, we want the old Polight, the old Polight is still there. Like, there's times, I ain't gonna lie to you, if I could do this shit differently, I probably would have just stayed in school and played basketball and just keep my knowledge to myself. I feel like that other days. Other days, I'm like, man, fuck that. We need to put this information out and wake people up. But you know, the people, man, we so jealous of each other, and we so in our feelings because we love religion so much, we love our politics so much. And it's hard for us to even admit to ourselves when we might be in error about something on a scholarly level, that we want to see the worst for somebody that disagreed with us but still had great intentions for us as a people. You know, sometimes I really be here like, I mean, I've been abused by the government quite a bit. And every time I get abused by the government, people say, I'm really doing something wrong. And I mean, I haven't even posted videos going through a full exploration of different shady things that has been taking place with me throughout the years. So when you see me slow down and people like, yeah, he got bought off, he don't teach no more because he, you know, they gave him some money. Nah, I just switched up. I switched up because I'd rather 1% from 100 people than 100% from one person. And if we're not really going to effectively mobilize, and we're going to put all the pressure on one person, and then my family got to be absent of a father and a man in the household, because I'm out here in a blaze of glory going hard for my people, but the second that this beast say something about me, it could slow down the movement just like that. I had to get my bread up, man. I just think, like, imagine if I had to raise money for legal fees. Imagine me saying, hey, imagine me saying, I need the community here to help me raise some money to get me out of some legal trouble. Imagine how many people would do videos and be like, don't do it. Imagine how much my own people would just jump to it and give you every reason. It's a trick. No, he's putting the money in his pocket. Imagine that. So I had to be smart enough to have hundreds of thousands of dollars, while some say, well, he's broke. Those cars are rented. Those ain't his homes. He doesn't live in a house. While all of that goes on, I had to be wise enough for the same people that I'm looking to protect to not trust them to be there for me when I need aid. Because a leader in the community that everybody says, hey, we want that old Polight, we want that old Polight. The old Polight should be able to be like, hey, the wave of a finger, I'm in some shit because the government after me. I need this right here at this point. And it should pop, but it's not the case. And I'm not going to get mad at people. Everybody got their own amount of funds. That's why I've dedicated a great deal of my time and energy to making sure that I can do for myself so I could just teach. So I don't have to sell a class and hope I make the money. I don't have to do a lecture and hope I make the money. My live streams are not even monetized. My page is not even monetized. When I share information, I just share the information. When I have my services epitomize that which is reciprocity. It's mutually beneficial for both parties. That's how I do it. So it's just love, man. I'm just responding to the... Go ahead, girl. Go ahead. Come here. I knew you was going to do this. Come here. Go ahead. Go ahead. You can talk.
We love you so much. We give you a heart.
Sure. Give them a heart. Okay, you gave them a heart. Very good. What else you want to tell the people?
I love you so much. Play my song.
You love me so much?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't want a heart for you.
Thank you. That's the heart I need.
I don't want up and down.
You know what? She made a song, right? She calls it the family song. She made all the words. Sing your family song.
I love Mom and Daddy so much, and I love Grandma and Mommy forever and ever. We love you so much.
Good job. You gonna bow to them? You gonna give them your bow? You did a good job. Good job. She made that song up herself.
And you want to? You turn that.
Good job, baby.
Tickle, 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 tickle.
No, don't tickle Daddy on the stream. I don't want them to know I'm ticklish. Everybody can know Daddy ticklish.
Tickle, tickle. I tickle you?
Mm-hmm. You always tickle me.
Twist. Dun, dun, dun.
All right, now. Okay, you can go back to mother. Go back to your mother.
But I want to do a heart for you.
Let me see the heart. Yeah, I love that. You got it. Let's give them a heart over here, too. They need a heart. They need some love. Okay, let's give them some love. Everybody's getting love. Love for everybody, right? Okay.
I don't.
You say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Say bye to them, too.
Bye. Bye.
Good job. What's your name?
Reciprocity.
That's right. Her name is Nefertari.
And you are very.
What's my name?
Very.
Man, knock it off. What's my name?
First.
What they call me? What is it? I tell you, don't be calling me. What's my name?
First.
What they call Daddy? Brother.
First.
Alright, you want to act silly? Go ahead.
Brother.
Brother what?
Brother.
Okay. So long as you know me as daddy. I'm glad you got that out there. Right? But if I hear you call me that again, I'm gonna get you. But now we're giving you permission to call me that, and now you don't want to call me that.
I'm gonna tickle you.
No, I'm gonna tickle you.
And I'm gonna tickle you.
Mm-hmm.
Tickle.
Isn't this beautiful?
Yeah. Tickle.
Okay, baby.
I'm gonna tickle you. That tickles?
Yeah, it tickles, baby.
I'm gonna tickle you all the time, and I'm gonna take you big one.
Let me get a big hug and get out of here.
Dun,
Show me muscles. Where your muscles at? Hey, look at that. Yeah. Look at those muscles. Strength. Look at those guns. Hey. That's what I'm talking about. Those muscles. Look at that. Mwah. Yeah, you got to do the muscle face. Let me get a hug and get out of here. Give me a hug. I'm gone. Give me a hug, baby. Give me a hug. Oh, my goodness. That was a big one. Okay. See you later. Nose kiss. Give me the nose kiss. Nose kiss? See you later. Go ahead. Go back to mama. All right, that was perfect. Way to end this show. Go ahead. Yeah, thank you. Nefertari's left the building, folks. Peace.
I do it.
See you later, baby. Go to mama.
I don't want to hurt.
You did your hearts already.
I want to do one.
We'll do some more hearts when I'm done, okay? When I'm finished.
Down and up. Down.
When I'm done, baby, go back to mama. Be careful, don't run too much. Yeah, peace to the family, man. Hey, baby girls, come on, what's up? Goodness. Yeah, peace. Yeah. So we back at it. Blessings in abundance. That was a word from our sponsors. Our baby girl, she see me on the stream. I typically got to make sure I'm not streaming around her, because if I do, she's going to always want to jump on the stream, man. But yeah, but you know, like I was saying, hey, don't be standing on the bed. Be careful. You heard? Nefertari.
Yeah.
Stop jumping on the bed. Don't stand on the bed. Pardon me. All right? Thank you. Yeah. Oh, man. This is why I don't do streaming around her, man. You have helped millions. Thank you, Ramon. But, you know, so I typically, the way I like to do it, I like to solicit that which I create. And that's how you support. When you support me, you support yourself. I like to do it like that. I help you make money. You pay for that service. It helps you. That's the way I like to do it. Because if I had to turn around and ask for a donation, in light of the fact that I'm being oppressed, we would have so many wicked people in our community. Like, if I haven't added value to your life, that's all right. But where do they do that at? Where if you don't feel any value that I've added on to you, want to go somewhere where someone has added value to you, and that be where you go for your support and your interest. Why self-appoint yourself to be a critic of mine and to become a detractor, where every time I do something, you got to tell people, don't be around me? Like, that's a horrible way to live, and too much of our people are like that out of jealousy. Jealousy because of women, because of money, because of material things. I'm telling you, it's actually true. People really these things mean more to people than it actually means to me. A lot of the things that people think mean a lot to me actually means more to the people that's mad about it. Yeah, so it's just wild. But, you know, I can't look at my baby girls in the eyes and I have a plan for them. In the event something crazy go on with me, I got to always be on point. You feel me? Too many crabs in the barrel. You're right. You hit it right on the money. But yeah, you go to brotherpolight45 at gmail.com. You leave your full name and your phone number when you're ready to purchase a $2,000 service to boost your credit, get access to anywhere between $50K to $300K that you don't have to pay back, get you a caseworker, that'll deal with your credit needs exclusively and immediately. Get me as your mentor, whereby I give you a wide range of ideas how you may want to invest your money so you could grow it into a larger amount. All of that. All of that. Damn, brother, you just said what was in my head. Word up. That's how it is out here, man. Gotta always have a plan. Shit. If I ain't have a plan, I'd have been in some... Word. Contrary to what other people believe, if I ain't have a damn plan, my goodness. But it's just like when I taught y'all guys about the stocks. You gotta know you don't enter unless you know where you exit. You don't enter unless you know where you exit. The email is brother, POLIGHT. Brother, POLIGHT 45 at gmail.com. Spell brother the right way. Now that Alicia continue to troll, this is what they do. A lot of times I leave the trolls in the chat. People say, why don't you block these people and get them up out of there? I like people to see the type of energy and effort that people will make every time I turn on the stream. So you can see it's draining. It's not. And the thing is, not a lot of people. It's the same people who will comment over and over and over and over and over again. Because this is just what they do during the day. And I like to leave it there so you could just see the truth. Because if I erase and block, or I have a moderator, which I don't have a moderator. If I left a moderator here, like most people do, to erase things and make everything seem peach, then you might even think everything's peach. I like to leave of anybody that's talking negative. I like to leave them right in there. So that way when you see it, and you see the ridiculous, pardon me, when you see the ridiculous things that they say, you can say, wow, damn, this brother got to deal with a lot of chaos. But guess what? I ain't never been nowhere where people haven't asked to take pictures, show love and appreciation for my contributions. So it goes both ways, and definitely it goes the way where there's more love than there is hate, way more often. So I definitely don't take for granted all the actual genuine supporters. It's a few people that go out their way. But you know, positive people don't really dedicate pages to positivity and write a bunch of stuff in the comment section. That's not really the culture of positive people. Positive people typically, they might say hi or thank you, brother, we appreciate you here and there. But it's not the same culture as negative people. Negative people are looking to make bank. You can't really make bank off of a page just celebrating good people. Who's doing pages where it's like, I just want to do a page? Well, all I do is highlight good people in the community. But what you would have is a bunch of people making pages where they highlight all the negative things they could say about different people. Because people are drawn to that negativity, and then they can monetize those videos. I just happen to be one person. I won't be compromised. You can look at all these different people in the conscious community who got their pages. I guarantee you can see them cursing up a storm on their page, putting other people's names in their title, using their platform. People may go to their platform periodically for education, but in order to be educated by those people, you have to be willing to come across the bull crap that they do. You have to be willing to come across the nasty part. You can't just say, I got a page guaranteed that when this stream comes on, I'm going to see something beautiful. I'm going to be motivated to uplift my family, be there for my family, learn about investments, learn something about politics, learn something about history. I refuse to be compromised. Throughout the years, no matter how much money I've made, anytime I come on and I do a stream, I refuse to mention people's names in a negative fashion. And I claim ownership of that type of perspective, that type of disposition, and I'm proud of myself. Because easily I have the personality that if I wanted to talk crazy and reckless about people and be in their business and get into the mud and talk about them sipping tea and all this goofy stuff, man. But it's just bad when you got to make your living like that, man, because it runs out. And then when it runs out, what you going to fall back on? If I spend my time talking about investments and credit restoration and politics and history, the combination of all that information, the culmination of all that knowledge, verily I would be able to sustain myself perpetually from the combination, because I know the tricks and the traps that come with being a conscious brother. I'll know the investment strategies I need to employ, that in the advent of me being conscious, that I know I'm a weapon. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, people don't want to accredit me for my brilliance, but what matters is that I'm aware. And I actually have videos doing 20 million views. And that's a lot more views than a boxing fight for a title defense gets. That's a lot more views. That's equal more than what a president needs to go into office for votes. I got more views than presidents need to get into office. Now, granted, it took some time for them to accumulate, but I got more views than countries have that make up their population. I really think about stuff like this. Like, damn, they only have 4 million people in there. I got 10 million views for that. Whoa. I got 3 million views on that. I got 500,000 just 2 months ago on my Instagram for this. 650,000 on my Instagram 4 months ago for that. Like, it's kind of crazy. The Vlad interview over there is 1.1 million over there. The Facebook Breakfast Club is at 24 million over there. Like, it's kind of wild when you think about it. It's kind of wild. It's kind of wild. And all the people who claim to hate me or dislike me, they ain't going to take their videos down using my face and my name in their titles, because they make money off of it. They act like to you they're upset with me. But honestly, they just running their numbers up because they're getting more coins from YouTube than ever because of the fanfare and the hype around using my name. And if they must, they'll embellish or they'll exaggerate in their title, or they'll just straight up lie and say whatever they have to say. So their Brother Polight scandal page can be set different from everybody else's with the sleight of tongue or change the narrative. So if they could just make up some shit so they can be the front runners of the made up Brother Polight stories, then they'll do it, and they wouldn't care if it was at the expense of my own family. The email address is brother, POLIGHT 45@gmail.com. I'm going to do it right here. Yeah, so you guys, yeah, I'm on Instagram, but you got to, my Instagram, several fake pages. So you got to go to the one. You got to go to the one that has 300+ thousand followers. So on Instagram, there's only one Brother Polight page that has over 300,000 followers, and that's me. I think I'm at 317 or 318. Yep. And then on Facebook, I'm at near 400,000 followers. Yeah. So, yeah, so you go to brother_POLIGHT on Instagram for those of you that's asking. And over there, like I said, periodically you see me with my women moving around. I love cars, like that's something I really like. So, you'll see me with the same cars year in and year out. It depends what city I'm in, because I got cars in Miami and I got cars in LA. So you typically see me in the same car every year, unless I get a new one. But you're going to always see what I call the Black Mobile, the drop head in LA. Those of you that keep up with me, I stay with the drop head in LA. You see me with the Purple Dawn in Miami. You can go back years on my Instagram. You always see me with that. You see me in my house in Miami with paintings. And anything you see that changed in the house is different furnishings. That's the house where I always have the shotgun. And I have the 9mm and other things. It's just got to be like that, unfortunately. It's just got to be like that. Yeah, so thank you. Leave your full name and your phone number only when you're ready to purchase the service. Only when you're ready to purchase the $2,000 service. It's $2,000. And just to save you the time, what is it about? We remove negative items off your report. We add positive items to your report. We boost your credit scores. We leverage the results so that you meet the criteria so you can be approved at anywhere between 50 grand and 300 grand goal that you don't have to pay back. You'll also be given a caseworker that'll deal with your credit exclusively and immediately. You also have me at your disposal as your mentor, whereby I give you a wide range of ideas how you may want to grow the monies that you'll be getting. You'll have the website at your disposal where you can see the deleted items as we remove them and the positive items as we add them. And then lastly, you'll be able to add notifications to your phone. So you can hit ding, we just sent something out on your behalf. Ding, somebody just sent something back to you. And understand, even when you want to take the time out and talk to us and say, yeah, let me just break down my credit, understand you're breaking it down from a TransUnion, Experian, Equifax, and FICO level. You're not breaking it down from a 30-plus different credit bureaus level. Because when we talk about credit restoration, we're dealing with over 30 different bureaus. Because each one of these bureaus have a say in what exactly you're looking to do as far as getting a large amount of funding, why you're being rejected, how soon can you get certain funds, whether the funding is for your personal or for your business. There's several other bureaus that have a say in impacting your credit paradigm. Real talk. We're gonna go into some of the ways we're able to remove your debt early tomorrow on Instagram. What we'll do tomorrow at, let's say, 8 a.m. tomorrow. At 8 a.m. tomorrow, we're going to go on Instagram Live. Brother_POLIGHT for a free class. And I'm going to give you some new science that I haven't shared about receiving funding that you don't have to pay back, about removing negative items off your report, and also about adding positive items to your report, where to go to add the positive items, and what type of items qualify as positive items. And I'm going to do that for free. 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow. 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. 8 a.m. 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow. We're going to talk about those various things. 8 a.m. West Coast time tomorrow. 8 a.m. 11 p.m. Eastern time. 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll do that tomorrow on brother_POLIGHT. I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to go hard. Now, I had a long day today, so I'm a bit winded. I'm a bit fatigued. I still got some calisthenics I'm about to engage in. 11 a.m. Eastern. Yep. On brother_polite. And again, if you're ready to spend your $2,000 to change your life, if you're ready to spend... What you doing now, nephew? Fixing your stuff? Can you fix your stuff when Daddy finish? Because it's kind of loud. Come, baby. I see you scheming. Come on. We're going to get ready to start off. Come on. She's back again. Handful. A beautiful handful. A beautiful handful. What's up, baby? Talk. The people are here. They want to hear what you got to say.
I will be so nuts.
That never gets boring. Thank you for telling them that. This is such a happy girl. Come on now. You got to give them love too. They looking. First thing my baby always want to say, how much she love her daddy, right?
Yeah, I love Dada.
I love that.
Dada's your favorite?
Mm-hmm.
And I can give you some Dada.
I love you too, baby.
Yeah, I can dress you up and make you a doctor, Dada.
Hey, you're on live. You got to behave. Yeah, you got to behave when you're on live. They can't see that crazy part. They got to see the professional. Yeah, you're professional. Say it, professional.
Professional.
Yeah, you got to be more professional. So what you gonna tell the people? You tell them about what's healthy. What's healthy?
Buckery. Buckery.
What else is healthy? What you like to eat?
Buckery.
What is that? Just tell me some food that we know.
Pineapple.
You like pineapple?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's healthy food.
It's healthy food?
Yeah.
Okay, what else you like?
Bananas.
That's good. I like bananas. What else you like?
Tomatoes.
Tomatoes. She calls tomatoes manos. What else you like?
Salad.
Salad?
Yeah, so good. Mango salad, so good.
Tomato salad?
Yeah, so healthy food.
It's healthy food?
Yeah, it makes you strong muscles.
It gives you muscles.
Yeah.
Okay. She kind of has her own language in and out, but you know, I'm her interpreter. What else you like to eat?
Lemons.
Lemons?
Yeah, lemons like me.
Sour?
But
What is that? What are you doing?
But
You got to be professional, remember?
yeah, lemons are sour like this.
Okay. What else you like?
I like some.
I know what you didn't say. You didn't say mangoes.
I like mangoes.
You didn't say there's some vegetables.
But
You didn't say callaloo.
caroo.
You love callaloo.
It's so healthy food.
Yeah, it's healthy food.
It makes you some muscles.
Mm-hmm.
But they make you sick and give you paper.
Mm-hmm.
So, bye-bye.
Oh, you want me out of here?
Bye-bye. Look, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Say bye-bye.
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 I normally say black power. I normally say peace. I normally say Louisville. I don't typically...
Peace.
Yeah, I don't typically say bye-bye.
Peace.
We'll do bye-bye tonight.
Peace.
We'll say bye-bye tonight.
Peace.
Professional. Remember, say professional.
Personal.
Yeah, we're professional, right?
Yeah. And I love you so much. Forever, every season, so we make you hurt and we love you so much. Forever, you make you so.
Don't sing with confidence. Let's hear you.
I love you so much. Forever and ever, ever and ever. We love you so much.
I feel like one day we're going to look back at these videos and this would be like your audition tape. You're probably going to be a singing doctor because you're always talking about what's healthy for us, but you always sing and everything. This girl sings all day. If you leave her in the tub, she'll sing in the tub for 3 hours. If you leave it up to her. She goes to the pool, she sings in the pool. Everywhere she goes, she keeps singing.
And then I get to be mermaid.
And then you get to be a mermaid.
And then Max says, well, I get to be mermaid. That's why I can go on the water.
You want to go underwater?
Yeah, I can swim.
Yeah, you've been swimming good these days.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
You swim me?
Hmm?
You saw me in my swimming?
Yeah, I love how you swim.
You saw me? I can see you.
I saw you.
I can't see it.
I can see you.
And I can see that.
Professional. Stay professional. Okay?
Peace.
Yeah, if you want to be on the camera, you got to be professional. Okay? You look like you're about to have another moment. Let's get you out of here. Go to your sister. Go to Matt. Make sure Matt's okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Hers okay.
That was quick. She's trying to be sick because she don't want to leave.
Secretary?
Yeah, she's all on my live stream.
Oh.
I told her to see if you're all right. And she's like, Matt, you okay? Yeah, she's okay.
Yeah.
All right, baby. Well, let me close out and I'll play with you. Let me finish up.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
she's good.
Where's Bubba?
Okay, guys. Well, this video ended. Sorry about that. That was a good vibe. Very good vibe. Sorry about that, y'all. Yeah, I just went live just to vibe with you guys. Peace to you guys. Thanks, y'all. I appreciate the appreciation. So tomorrow, 8 a.m., we're going to get to it. We're going to talk that talk. The big money talk. Thank y'all so much, man. It's been great talking with you. Blessings and abundance. I hope to see you guys on Instagram tomorrow at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11 p.m. Eastern Time. Looking forward to it. Thanks, Pele, man. Thanks a lot. $8 a.m. Brother_Polight. The page that has over 300,000 followers. All the other pages are fake. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.